And we are here qualifying in Mexico, waiting to see what is going to happen, who's going to grab pole position, and then inevitably, who will have the race, the top step, the highest of the highest on the podium for tomorrow. But today, we're hoping to have a better qualifying than we had for COTA. COTA was absolutely a lame duck qualifying session. Up until that qualifying, pretty much every qualifying was pretty good. But for some reason, COTA qualifying this season was not that. So big shout out to Julius Taylor. Big shout out to Mary Beanie. Sylvia Witt Kelly in the live chat. Big shout out Paul, always checking in. AD, what's popping? Let's get ready to get this on. You already see the clock is running. We got 16 minutes and 40 some odd seconds as they are in Q1. Don't take a lot from Q1. Take a little bit. And always remember, Q3 is where they push the chips to the center of the table. We're going to see what's really what. So we know we're out of elevation. We know we got a lot of environmental challenges going on with the teams. As you do see, 48.7 degrees Celsius, 26.4 degrees Celsius air temp, 26 in humidity, 6.8 kilometers, winds due northwest. Let's see who's going to be out in the first Q1 session right now in that red zone. If you've never joined us before, that is where you end up if you don't do your best. And if you don't do your best, you go to the trailer early. Paul checking in the super chat. Smash a like, y'all. Let's go. Chat. It doesn't cost you anything to hit that like button. It doesn't cost you anything to share the live stream with somebody who can add a commentary and conversation to the live chat. And of course, as always, we will have our own live chat qualifying competition that will show you who is in the lead as a top competitor in that live chat. Right now, Paul is leading with 200 points. Sylvia Witt Kelly with 100 points. Mary Beanie with 100 points, tied for that second place with her bestie. Julius, Dave, and AF, 25, 75 points. That list will grow as more people come in here, more people get active in the live chat. We will see that list continuously grow. And let's go ahead and get on track. These drivers are starting to get their tires warmed up. We're going to see some push laps getting ready to come out of here. And as we near the 5-minute mark, I'm going to ask you all who you think is out for Q1. All right, who is going to be out for Q1? You'll be able to put up there who you think most likely will be out. I will be trying to get all 4 drivers, at least 4 drivers out of the 5 who will be out in that first session. So I had a pretty good record right now. Pretty good record. It's not that difficult. Not something that I'm saying is just extremely hard. What's going on? Miss Dino popping off in the live chat. Ferrari has, we say this and we see it time and time again. Ferrari looks to be in pretty good form. Now, I don't know what you've been told. I know it has nothing to do with Formula One to a degree, but versus tonight, Cash Money versus No Limit, if you are going to check that out, 2000 Eastern Standard Time, I'm just saying, one of the 2 most iconic groups in rap going against each other, minus some people here and there, whether they have passed or they're locked up. I do think if Mystical was going to be there, it would be definitely off the chain. Of course, you know, SEEMT's not going to be there because of SEEMT and murder kind of unfortunately went together. He's locked up, and that's not unfortunate. You know, you kill people, you kind of get locked up. So, but Mystical, for his own situation, is also locked up. But, you know, that is what it is. But definitely 2 other iconic artists in that group, Mystical more so than SEEMT for sure. But yeah, Versus will be on tonight. Cash Money versus No Limit. Check it out if you're interested in that. Now let's get back to what's happening on track as we are in Mexico. Now, of course, the track has been giving some of these drivers a bit of a challenge. The track evolution hasn't probably been what they had hoped it would be. As far as the McLaren, Piastri has been trailing. Some are anticipating a Lando Norris pole, which could indeed lead to a Lando Norris top 3 finish. Pia didn't finish well here in Mexico in 2024. I'm hoping that changes. All right. I would like to see Pia in the top 3. I would like to see Pia second, first row, whatever the case may be, so that he can keep accumulating these points and hold Lando off and for sure capture the World Driving Championship by keeping Max Verstappen off. And right there, just as we're talking about McLaren, Lando pops to the top of the charts with a 117.14. We will see what Piastri is going to do right here. Is he's going to slide into that 3rd spot with a 117.8. That's massive in today's racing. 7/10 is massive in today's racing. He's definitely going to have to improve on that. That's massive for sure. All right, Hamilton pops in 5. Albon pops in over to 3, as we have seen Williams not completely just disappear after declaring that they were not going to be focusing too much on the 2025. They are looking forward and ahead for 2026. We also will be having some conversation about the cost cap results. There are some speculation that at least 2 teams have breached the cost cap, and some of those teams could be teams that we probably maybe didn't suspect if a cost cap was going to be breached to breach. One of those teams had already been in a breach before. All right. They had already breached the cost cap rules before, document wise. And then we also had, so kind of 2 of the teams that breached prior, but not one of the most egregious breaches, like Red Bull had kind of breached. You know, we know that Williams had breached due to their third party failing to submit, I believe, documents on time. It's not that they cheated by overspending, but you got to have your documents on time. Aston Martin was also involved in such things. And so it's looking maybe those teams could be involved again, and maybe even possibly McLaren could be involved in that, which I'm kind of finding it hard to see where McLaren would be involved in breaching the cost cap, but you never know. All right. So one thing I don't believe, kind of surprisingly, is Red Bull, because they kept the same car and they kind of made updates here and there. So I really don't see that Red Bull would breach the cost cap. They haven't done a exponentially amount of updates to their car, more than they have just modifications along the way. But they already breached before, which kind of is the trickle down effect. So I get that, but I'm talking about breach within a new regulation and errors. Right now, we got Charles Leclerc in second place, Liam Lawson third, Hadjar right behind him. Hadjar having some nice creative words that were used in free practice. Wasn't very happy with some of the things going on there. We got him popping in there. I want to see Hadjar continue on with a very solid season as it is his rookie season. Yuki in 5th. I like that. I want to see Yuki stay up there. I think Yuki's going to keep improving. Ooh, Max Verstappen lost that. Max Verstappen had a good snap right there, and there we go. Max Verstappen popping over into 3rd, losing a little bit on that snap. And there we go, Sainz popping in the 4th. Leclerc still holding right there in 2nd place. Now, we already know Ferrari is good for holding in Q1, Q2. Q3, things just seem to disappear. They just seem to fall apart like a sandcastle as the high tides come in. So there's nothing exciting about that right now. I get a little bit more amped up in Q2, especially towards the end of Q2, if they just lay a nice time that is several tenths off the pace of 2nd and 3rd place. Russell, however, over there in 2nd place, going out into the crowd with his manifesto mask, with his Ray-Ban glasses on. That was really cool for Russell to do. It would be somebody as Russell to do that. If you haven't seen the post that I posted up on the YouTube yet, go check that out. If you do see it, you won't unsee it. It is of Lando Norris, Max Verstappen, and Russell. Once you see those 3 comparisons of other characters that they could remind you of, every time you see these characters, you will now think about those drivers. And I think they're pretty accurate. We had already said that Russell looked like Woody. I believe we probably were the first channel to talk about Russell looking like Woody. I think we might have been the first channel to started that hype, started that train. Not necessarily negative, because Woody's a good character in Toy Story. You know, Buzz Lightyear is too. So see how that goes. But right now we got Sainz and we got Berriman popping to the top of the chart. So listen, anytime you see that 117.1, we definitely know that there's more pace in the other top running cars. If you see a Haas pop to the top of the charts right now, they have not yet earned the consideration or the respect or the regard from us to look at that and say, okay, they are leading the pack. No, that tells us that we got a lot more pace left than the other teams. Well, that means we got more pace left than Aston. We got more pace left than Mercedes, McLaren, Red Bull, and Ferrari when you see that happen. It's more representative and more accurate if we see them pop. There you go. And Lando Norris, 116.8. This is what I was just talking about. It's more representative if you see a Haas anywhere 7 to 10, and especially in the back 15 or back 20. That would be more representative if they pop there. Pia going into the 3rd spot right there with a 117.1. Not quite yet in front of Lando, but that's good if he can get there. If Piastri can stay in the top three, start in the top three by some way of strategy and or anything that might happen on track on race day, that would be beneficial for him. Leclerc right there in second spot, popping up over Behrman, a Ferrari team, customer team as Haas we know it. Now partnered up with Toyota, but now Leclerc in second. Now let's see where Hamilton's going to land up. He's going to be pretty much going over on a new lap. He's still in the first segment right there, first sector with some segments. We are going, who's getting ready to close out? Let's see who's getting ready to close out right now. We got Verstappen, Sainz, Ocon are getting ready to close out. Behrman's going to close out another one. Russell's getting ready to close out. Let's see where he's going to end up. And there might not be much improvement there. We are boarding on the 5-minute mark, which means all these drivers are going to start heading into the pits. And there you go, in the pits. This is a little tad early right now, but close to. But that's a little early. Typically, it's around the 5-minute mark, 5-minute, 4-minute, 45-second mark. All right, we're going to start our first poll. Who's out in Q2? And I will end it before the Q1 session. Who's out in Q1 session ends, so you can't try to retract your vote and vote for another one. I'm going to put some drivers that I think will fall out of there. So let me see who my good choices are right here. Who am I going to go for? I don't want to go for him. And that's just a personal thing. I think he should be able to get out of there. I think he'll likely be there. I don't want to think that Hulk can't make something happen, honestly. So I think I'm going to put that entire team in there. Hopefully Colapinto can follow team orders from here on out. I really don't want to believe that Albon is that far off pace and can't get at least into Q2, but it is likely possible. Stroll, I'll go ahead and throw him in there. He's good for one of those, but he also could make it into Q2. And for a surprise, I'm probably going to have to, man, I don't want to see it, but I might actually have to put it in there, but I don't want it to happen. I don't want that to happen. But I might have to throw him in there, honestly. Damn, I don't want it to happen, but I might have to throw him in there. I'm hoping he makes it out of there. All right, there's the poll. Who do you think's out in Q1? Mary Beanie in the Super Chat says, want Lewis to get pole and race win on Roscoe B-Day. That would be cool. But I honestly, right now, Mary Beanie, I think it's completely unrealistic that might happen. But I would really like that to happen. Even outside of Roscoe's birthday, I would like that to happen just for Hamilton as a driver who's been steadily trying to improve in Ferrari for his first season. He's at every circuit he's in with this car that is continuously having to evolve and or be problem solved. If Lewis Hamilton got a pole in Mexico, I don't think there's another driver aside from Checo that could get a pole in Mexico and be celebrated to the magnitude of that. If there's any other driver than Checo that could get a pole in Mexico and be celebrated with a major erupt, it would be Lewis Hamilton. And that's just keeping it a buck. Outside of that, Sainz probably falling after that. Max getting pole there. I think there are quite a few fans that don't really care for Max Verstappen in such a way because of all the messiness that happened and things his family said and did and some of the things that he did. So I think Max Verstappen getting pole there would be like, cool, great, Hadjar to the top of the charts right there. Let's go, 116.7. Also into a driver's debacle with Red Bull. We got a three-way driver's debacle between Hadjar, Lawson, and Yuki on who is going to be in the Red Bull number 2 seat. Is it Yuki going to stay? Is Hadjar coming up? Lawson going to have another teammate. Lawson is definitely not coming up. He got his chance already. They shuffled him back down, and that's where he should have stayed. That's where he should have been to begin with. So, got 2 minutes and 58 seconds. Getting ready to have Ferrari's going to be coming out of the pits pretty soon. Max Verstappen's already out on track. He is about to enter into Sector 3, setting some decent times right there. We're going to see what he can do and improve. He's probably going to pop in the top 3 with that as it is. No surprise there. I still remain true to what I always say. You can always count Max Verstappen in for a good hot lap. and that remains to be consistent. So he has had some struggling here, which might actually benefit Oscar Piastri, because Max himself already said one lap pace is cool, but he needs race pace. And if he can't continuously link these laps together, this is also a race where you might see Max Verstappen fall down outside of the top 3 on a finish. It's possible that Max might not finish on pole, might not finish on podium. And Max Verstappen goes to 5th. Max Verstappen goes to 5th. So this might be a race, a circuit that doesn't really suit Max. And this is an opportunity for Piastri to finish in front of Max. He really needs to finish in front of Norris. Norris is very close. He's on the doorstep. The door's open. And depending on how this race closes out, he could lose the Drivers' Championship lead coming in the next 2 events. And right here, we're in that poll. 86% of you think that Stroll is more than likely to be out. 14% said Colapinto. Nobody voted for Gasly or Yuki. I will copy those results. And with those results, we will post them back in when the clock elapses for our own stream competition. Let's check and see who's in the lead as we are down in our final minute. Mary Beanie has entered first place with 250 points. Paul is in second place with 200 points. And Sylvia Witt Kelly, third place. As we now have Darth Racer X, Julius Davis, and Miss Dino, AF Prime, and CJ in the now live chat competitive competition. Welcome to that. We will go back into our board, checking out our own situation right here on track. All right, here are our results. And let's see where it's going to be. We got 35 seconds to see who's out right now. In that drop-off zone, we have Hulk, Colapinto, Stroll, Gasly, and Albon. Okay, I put Stroll in there. I put Gasly in there. Yuki was in there. Yuki looks like he is completely safe unless something ridiculous happened. Hulk comes out of there, shuffles Albon and Alonso and Stroll back into that. That's crazy work. We're going to see some shuffling there. Over is Hadjar in the pit, still leading for Q1, while Norris is second, Ocon is third, and Piastri all the way down to 8th. Yikes. Ooh-wee. 0 time on the clock. Russell goes up to second place. Hadjar still is holding that number 1 spot. Lando is now in 3rd. Max Verstappen is in 8th. Where is he going to end up? And Hamilton goes up to 2. Let's go. Ham up to the 2nd spot with a 116.7. Well. Like I say, Q1, Q2, you'll get the Ferrari frills and thrills. But Q3, they let you down for real. Max Verstappen being pushed down to 9th. He's in the pits. He's done for right now in this session. P is in 10th. That's not where he wants to be. I guess that's definitely not where he wants to be at any measure whatsoever. I don't care if Max Verstappen does finish 9th. You don't want to finish that far off Lando Norris. Like I told you all before earlier on the other live, Lando Norris is your first priority. He's the closest to overtaking you in the Drivers' Championship. Lewis Hamilton is second right now with 0 time on the clock is beyond nice and encouraging only in this moment. Only in this moment. It's encouraging. It's not encouraging outside of this because we know what typically happens to Ferrari as we evolve. So just kind of taper your expectations, but it is good to see. It is good to see. Ocon right there in 5th. Behrman, the Haas team, in the top 10. Congratulations to them. If they can remain there, that's pretty cool for Haas. And I think over the course of the season, we've seen improvement at Haas, right? We've seen improvement at Haas, period. And that's a good thing for their program and their drivers. Still, Haas is the most un-American team on the grid. Ooh, goodness gracious. What the hell is that Alpine doing? All right, there you go. There's who's out. We got Colapinto is out of there. We got Colapinto out, which I had him on the list. We got Stroll out. I had him on the list. We got Gasly out. I had him on the list. Albon is the surprise. Yuki made it out of there. Got 3 out of 4 right there. That's not too bad, but you all definitely picked the driver more than likely to definitely be out, and it is Stroll, and he is just 1 spot up from last. So congratulations to the live chat. Good job. 0 time on the clock. It will be reset soon. We're going to be waiting to go into Q2. Now, this is how we like qualifying to move. We like qualifying to be nice, entertaining, competitive, and to keep moving along. No red flags, none of that to prolong the session. This already is miles better than what Coda's entire qualifying session was right now. They're already in Q1 in Mexico is better than it was in Texas. Just keeping it real. There you go, your sector leaders right there. Sector 1, Norris, Leclerc, Hamilton. Sector 2, you got Hadjar, Lawson, Hamilton. Then Sector 3, Ferrari's out of there. And that is why Hadjar is where he is. So Hadjar is a quite bit of a surprise. I don't know if he's going to be there Q2, but to even see him there right now is pretty awesome. So congratulations to Hadjar making that happen. Nice work, buddy. Okay, we're waiting for that clock to be reset. Winds did pick up another few ticks. It's 9.7 kilometers west, 46.6 Celsius track temp, 26.3 Celsius air temp, and 28% on humidity. So we are still good right now as far as it goes for us to keep everything moving and grooving in this qualifying session. Let's go ahead and check out our live chat qualifying competition to see where people are. And right now, we have some people making some things happen right now, which I like. I like when it gets competitive in there. Mary Beanie looking to bring her true form today in qualifying live chat competition. I like to see that. And right here, we will take a look at that. Let's go ahead and take a peek over there. Let me bring that board up. And as it sits, we have Mary Beanie still leading with 250 points. We have Paul in second place with 200 points. Sylvia with Kelly in third. We have Prime fourth, Darth fifth, Racer X sixth, Julia seventh, Davis eighth, CJ ninth, Dino 10th, AF 11th, Velt 12th, and Glass, welcome to the chat, in 13th place. Whew. All right. Got to pick it up there. Okay, so let me ask you this. Who do you think breached the cost cap most certainly? I guess, honestly, I should say, who do you think? I'm going to put these teams up here. Boop. Got to put them up here. I have to put, unfortunately, we kind of got to put them up there because it's been some speculation. And the other team, you know what? I wonder. Ferrari's had, I have to go back and check, but Ferrari's had the most updates, I think, of most teams. I have to go back and check, but I'm going to say, I'm going to go ahead and say that. We'll see what you all say. Let's go. We got super chats popping up. RacerX 210 in the super chat says, if Pia doesn't capitalize here, he may lose out. I firmly believe you are absolutely correct on that. Gregory Williams, welcome to the live chat, brother. Let's go. Just waiting to see if Sir Lewis Hamilton's car will stay consistent throughout the qualifying session. That is exactly what I am waiting for, too. True. All right. TRU, as we do have no limit in cash money on Versus tonight. And then T. Gooner, Hamilton podium this weekend. Whoa. Okay, let's LFG. Listen, it's going to be a party if that happens. It's a party that is deserved to happen if that happens. Let's keep it real. Hamilton gets a damn pole position, and we already know China's a long time away. And it was a sprint race. Still an event, pole, race, sprint win, cool. But, they keep wanting to omit that. They keep wanting to not mention that. He hasn't had a pole position. He had a pole position in a sprint race. He even got a sprint race win. They keep wanting to act as if that didn't work just to, more make it abundant and elaborate that he hasn't done anything this season when he's been in the points damn near, I think, every race except for one or two races, maybe. But if he gets a pole position here, that will be great. Julius in the live chat, super chat, fam, please, Ferrari, please, please. Do not sabotage Hammy 44 today. You know what, man? I'm with you. I'm with you, man. Let's put some Lewis Hamilton flags up in the chat with the Ferrari car. Ferrari flags, 44 flags, and the Ferrari car in the live chat right now. Custom emojis to all members available. Put the Ferrari, the 44 flags, and the Ferrari up. We're trying to look for Lewis Hamilton to go ahead and get it in right here. Trying to look for Hamilton to get it in. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. I'm with it. If it happens, I'm cool. I'm loving that if that happens. Right now, clock has been reset. The clock is running 14 minutes. That new drop-off zone has been established. If those drivers were not to improve their times, Sainz, Alonso, Yuki, Hulk, and Antonelli would go to the trailer to play some F1 2025, possibly with you all online. Do not forget, when we do not have a race Formula One weekend, we do have a grudge race weekend here. If you want to join us, make sure you get your EA Gamer tag. Make sure you're in that live stream 15 to 20 minutes so I can get you an invite, accept a friend request, whatever the case it is. Get you in and on the grid so you can have a good time with our Wolfpack grudge race drivers. Let's go. We're in Q2. Let's see if the Ferrari momentum will continue. I don't think it will, but I would like to see it do so. But Q3 is where it's kind of the roughest. All right, right now everybody's getting out there, getting all willing in, getting all settled in, trying to get some temperature in these tires. Don't mind any of these first round of times. We're going to start looking toward the second round of times and start pumping in representative times of where these drivers are trying to be, and then it should evolve from there and just keep escalating and keep improving, whereas some drivers will not improve, and that is why we have a drop-off zone. And then finally in Q3, we will be deciding our packing order, where these drivers are going to sit for the race day coming up tomorrow, which we will be here for the live stream on that. I'm thinking that Mexico should be a better event even so than Texas. Coda, I don't know if maybe it was the sprint that kind of dulled the Coda event down, but definitely wasn't the best. All right, right now, most of you are saying that Aston Martin is likely to have breached. McLaren is second in that. Williams is third, and Ferrari last. At least 20 people voted on that. Thank you very much. And it might be true. Aston Martin, although I don't think they had a financial breach. I think they had a document breach. I think it was a breach. I don't know if they had breach financial. I got to go back and look at my notes on that. T. Gooder says Hadjar Rookie of the Year easily. Hey, 100%. 100%, bro. I'm with you on that. I think if Hadjar was in a Mercedes, if Bortoleto was in a Mercedes, we definitely would be seeing something. I'm with you on that. Hadjar Rookie of the Year, easy money. Easy money. It's not even a debate. It shouldn't even be a debate. What Hadjar has done this season in the team he's in, with as much pressure that comes with being in the Red Bull environment and coming off that first race with all of that criticism, all of that hate, all of that doubt, and what he's been able to do, easy Rookie of the Year for me. Easy Roddy. Definitely. I'm with you. Antonelli, not close. Bortoleto, not close. None of them are close when it comes to that. Behrman, not close. It's miles ahead. If he doesn't get Roddy, I'm definitely going to question what the hell was the criteria for Rookie of the Year if Hadjar doesn't get it. What's the criteria? Because you got a rookie who's in a better team that's not doing better drives. I just got to ask you, what are you using to decide this? So I'm with you on that. We pumping in times. Hadjar right here, 117.1. Hamilton second, Ocon third. It is time to get some real representative times in here. Let's go on these push laps. We do have Lim Lawson in the pits, and there goes Hulkenberg to the top. Elder Journey Statesman right here, an elder in the Formula One community, finally grabbing something worth having in a podium his first time in his career, which tells you what kind of driver he is. And a lot of people want to say, oh, he's a better driver than Hulkenberg is this and Hulkenberg's that. If he was that, he would be that. Don't do that. If he was that, top teams would want him. Don't try to tell him, oh, is it? No, if top teams want you, they going to get you. He wasn't that. All right, but congratulations to him. I'm very excited that Verstappen to the top of the charts with a 116.8. Okay, Max. Okay, Max, I see you. I don't think that's going to stand, though. We seen that 116. Lando might. Oh, Charles Leclerc comes forward first with a 116.6, 2/10 up. Says, I ante you up that. I raise you, Max Verstappen. 2 more tenths close to there, buddy. What can you do with that? Over comes Yuki Tsunoda in 4th place. I like that, Yuki. Thank you very much for sliding into the top 10. I don't want to see you go out bad, bro. Hadjar in 6th place. Let's get that done. Hadjar going into the pits. Ocon sitting down there, and Piastri and Norris are now outside of the top 10. Norris does have a time coming in that's going to pump him over there, though. Norris is on one right now. He's coming over there. We got Sainz and a William Atlassian over there in 2nd place in front of Max Verstappen. Where is Lando is putting a lap together right now, chat. Lando is definitely putting a lap together. It's coming in. He's about to push the button and send it. Lando Norris, 116.2, 4/10 better than anybody in the 2nd place right now, which is Charles Leclerc. Yikes. Pia only in 9th. Wow, crazy, yo. We are probably being set up for an epic collapse right now. That's wow, crazy, man. This is looking like Piastri out in Q2 type vibes. This is wild. I can't even remember yet. Has Pia even been in the top 3 yet? He did not do well here last season, and it's looking like he won't do well here this season. That's unfortunate, but that is how Formula One and racing goes. Lewis Hamilton is in the pits. We have 8 more minutes for these drivers to figure out what they want to do with their life. We got a lot of drivers going into the pits hella early. That's real early to me. Paul in the super chat says, Julius, reach out to me. S450 on Discord. We run practice on Friday evenings. Yes. Reach out to S450. He has created an environment for drivers, and they do an awesome job with trying to get you online, sharing tips, sharing strategies, practicing. Definitely get S450. Big shout out to you, bro, for creating that environment in that world for the drivers, man. Big world shout out to you, man. That's what I'm talking about. Wolfpack fam doing things that nobody else is really doing like that in other channels. 083 in the live chat. What's up, Wolfpack fam? What's up with you? Big shout out to 083 popping in on his Wolfpack family right there. Purple badged up. Purple badges everywhere right now. Yellow badge Julius Taylor. He's going to become a green. He's going to become a blue badge. Watch. He's going to pop up. He's going to rank up. Julius going to level up. Darth is going to level up. Miss Dino going to level up. I'm going to start seeing some of those badges turn blue. Gregory Williams already in the blue badge. Sylvia Wick and everybody else. You know the OGs got the purple badges. OG legendary status is in purple badges. We got all the drivers right now in the pits getting ready to try to come out and make some changes. Piastri not doing so well right now. Top 10, but that's not where he wants to finish. Max Verstappen and Lando Norris are considerably ahead of him right now, which is not going to help his campaign. He's got to improve. And remember what I said earlier on the live stream. The next few circuits all the way to the end of the season were not necessarily his best showings. I think Qatar was in there where he kind of did the best last season. Gregory Williams qualifying is starting to heat up. Facts it is. You damn right it is. And it's time for us to start. Who's out in Q2? Poll coming your way. Let's see who I'm going to put in here. I think out of those two, I'm going to go with, and then I definitely think he's probably going to be out of there. I think he's gone as far as he's going to go right there. Unfortunately, I don't think that would happen, but it could. And who's going to be? I know Russell's not going to go out in no damn Q2. That would be crazy. That would be a stupid ass surprise. Barron and Ocon are kind of tied together. Alonso, I think he has the experience and the ability and the pace and the Aston Martin to make it happen, but Stroll fell out at 19. I'm going to go ahead and go with that, see what happens. All right, poll in the chat, vote on it. Let's see how many of those I get right. Let's see who you get the most right. Freak Dog Flair in the super chat. Mercedes not looking good. They were fighting for top 5 in Coda. They were. And here we are at a circuit elevation and heat, and Mercedes is having a bit of a problem. So we will see, but don't count Russell out just yet. Don't count Russell out just yet. He can make some things happen. You know, he's a fierce competitor. He's a fierce driver. He can make some things happen. So we're going to see how that goes. So let's just wait and see what happens. All right, here we go. Freak Dog Flair, what's up with you, man? We got why the hell is Stroll still in? We're all trying to figure that out. We're all trying to figure that out ourselves. That is a very good question. I think we're still waiting on a good answer. We know the answer, but we're still waiting on the official answer. He sucks. Give his seat to someone who is more deserving. 100% facts. I am with you, Freak Dog. Freak Dog, I'm with you on that, man. 083 says McLaren is sus right now. In my view, I'm with you, and that's what I talked about earlier in the live stream, Zero, that watching such a shift in pace, especially with Piastri, is suspect. I mentioned this earlier. And I also went through some objective information as far as his circuits on this part of the calendar. But it's very suspect, given everything that's come out, given things Zach Brown has said, giving the lift of consequences based on the situation in Coda, which, okay, all right. But it is very suspect since the time where they had that last situation that Piastri's pace has just looked diminished. And we've yet to know that people feel a shift in that even between teams. Red Bull, boom, McLaren now sliding. It's a bit suspect. I'm with you on that. Now, whether there's some legitimate reasons why this could be happening, some realistic catalysts of performance, development thing, it's just not typically what you see, because most people say that doesn't happen in Formula One. It's hundreds of a seconds, thousands of a seconds accumulating together to make the tenths to make the progress. And this shift is definitely suspect. So I'm with you on that. All right, here we are right now. We are in the game. 2 minutes and 39 seconds. I'm going to go ahead and end this poll. It looks like majority of you think that it's a tie between Ocon and Lawson, who will most likely be out. I have the 4 drivers, I think. We'll see how many I get right. 4 out of 5. I can only vote for 4. I can't vote for 5. So we'll see how many of the 5 I get right out of that. I'm going to post those in the live chat as it gets a little bit closer to time. We got 2 minutes, 10 seconds, some oddish. And we are coming down right now with a McLaren, a Ferrari, and a Williams led by Sainz in the top 3 in this Q2 section. Max Verstappen down in 5th. Max has been looking to not be too much on pace. And I'm wondering if Red Bull and this car may have run into a list of circuits coming up where they won't perform well. I think Vegas is another one of those spots that will be a bit more challenging for Red Bull. So it's really all about, well, it's not really all about, it's also still about Max, but it's gonna be healthily about Lando Norris and Piastri needs to find the pace. Piastri needs to cool down, and Piastri needs to focus to make this happen. And I'm not sure. Hamilton to second place right there, top 3. I'm not sure if it's all Piastri. I do think that I just believe there are some things at play there that are outside Oscar Piastri's place. I'm just saying. Lewis Hamilton right there in number 2 spot. Let's go, Hammy. I told you don't count Russell out, Free Dog. I told you don't count him out, Free Dog. There he goes in the top 3. Russell, let's go. Let's go. It is possible Piastri might be out in Q2, 40 some odd seconds. He's going to need to make some things happen right here. He's going to need to make some things happen here. I know it's hammer time. We going for it. We're trying to get some of that, bro. 20 some odd seconds out here, chat. Let's go. Hamilton second, Russell third, Norris first. Piastri that's looking crazy. Yuki's in the top 10. Piastri, this is all he's gonna get. He better make it happen. Oh, this is not gonna be good. Come on, Oscar. You gotta nail this, bro. Let's go. Come on, let's nail it. Let's get it. Closing out the sector 3. Yeah. Come on. Oscar makes it in the queue. Let's go, Oscar. Okay, baby. Okay. 7th, I ain't liking that. But it's better than being out because you still got an opportunity to improve. Freak Dog. Russell is like Kobe Bryant. Never count him out. Yo, Russell goes in, bro. Russell goes in, bro. Telling you, check that off. That's why he deserved that contract. Oh no, I think you just talk. I think maybe with the Kobe Bryant, you might just be talking about the Mamba mentality, right? You know what I'm saying? You need to win some chips too, but you damn right. Russell not gonna quit, and he's another driver that I can count on to race against Max Verstappen in a competitive fashion. Hadjar in the top 10, so he's not out of here. Let's see who we got right. I will post them in right now. We had Ocon out. He's out. I had Lawson out. He's out. I had Behrman out. Behrman made it in. I had Antonelli out. Antonelli made it in. I am out of there 50%. 32% of y'all said two of the drivers wouldn't make it, and they didn't make it. Big shout out to the live chat. Big shout out to the live chat. Hadjar in the top 10. Let's get it, man. Max Verstappen out of the top 3. Lewis Hamilton in second. Yo, are we looking at Lewis Hamilton possibly getting a pole position? Maybe? Is that something possible? Is that possible? Yeah, oh man, I don't hate George at all. I don't hate George. I don't. And he definitely earned that seat. He earned a better contract than I think they gave him, for sure. He definitely earned the seat, though. He definitely earned that seat. He definitely proved that he should get a contract, and we'll see what happens. But George is a good driver for sure. He's a good driver. All right, let's go. Hadjar. Listen, Hadjar is into Q3. Behrman's there too. Antonelli is too. The rookies are there. Hadjar's going to have to improve. Piastri is in 7th. Leclerc's in 6th. Piastri almost didn't make it. He didn't make it, yo. And I'm telling you this right now. This is what's going to piss y'all off. This is really what's going to piss y'all off. If Hamilton, I don't even mind if he doesn't get a pole position. If Hamilton is in the top 3 and by some way of Ferrari shenanigans fumbling, he loses the podium, y'all are going to lose y'all shit because y'all should. Because Ferrari has proven to us this lift and coast crap, lift and coast, this favoritism crap that we've kind of seen play out as if, why are you telling him to do these things? They better not drop the ball on that. It's gonna be a Ferrari flash fire. Freak dog in the super chat. I hope Lewis doesn't get pole because of the long straight. I agree with that. That's good as far as strategy. I do agree with that. It's almost better to get P3 or P4 in Mexico. That's a very good point. Even Valtteri has clued on some of that. Sometimes it's better to have P3 than P1. You correct about that. Gregory Williams says, if Sir Lewis Hamilton makes top 2, I'll be stoked. I will too. And while we're talking about top 2s, let's see who's in the top 3 of our live chat competitive qualifying competition. And that is Freak Dog Flair with 1350, Julius with 575, and Glass with 500. T. Gooner with 450, Paul in 5th, Mary Beanie 6083 7th, Racer X, the Ferrari resident fan in 8th, Miss Sylvia Wick out, pow, you Kelly in 9th, Randy Horn, Velt, Prime, Darth, CJ, AF, Davis, Dino, 810, and Lewis Beer Reviews is up in here, huh? Let's go. All right, Chad, here we go. We're about to get into Q3. This is where big business happens. This is where big business happens. This is where you push the chips to the center of the table. We see who wants it the most, who can turn up the most, who can make the most out of what they got on their plate. Right now, we have a 3-team battle in the top 3. We got a McLaren, we got a Ferrari, we got a Mercedes. And what else is that? All of those are the UK, baby. We got a UK top 3 right now. A UK top 3. That'll be fire. 3 different teams. 3 drivers that are similar. Definitely out of air in different areas for Lewis Hamilton. Russell and Norris kind of right there. But the UK top 3, that could be crazy. That could be nice to see who's going to win that battle. You know, we got Mr. Crybaby Norris right there at the top who says a bunch of things, and then he can't prove it. We got Lewis Hamilton, who's the most established driver in Formula One. We got Russell, who's up and coming, and Mr. Shade Tree Woody. That can be nice. T. Gooner says, put me on the podium. I got you. We're going to see if you're on that podium, bro. We're going to see. We're going to see. We'll see where you are. Got to be faster. Super chatter. Racer X210 says, calling LH44 top 4 quali. Let's go. All right, let's see where that puts you, T. Gooner. Let's see where that puts you in the fan. Oh, it does indeed put you in the top 3, sir. It puts you in the top 3 with 650 points right there. Freak Dogs Flair with a commanding 1350 with a nice profile image right there. Freak Dogs Flair. I like that profile image, man. That's pretty fresh. That's pretty fresh. All right, right there. We are in it to win it. Clock is being reset to 12 minutes. Winds are 8.3 kilometers an hour due west, 44.1 degrees track, 26 on the dot, 0 air, 27 on humidity, up just a tick again. And let's see who's going to bring this home. I know, listen, I'm going to keep it a buck. If Lewis Hamilton grabs a pole position in Mexico, I know it's not the race win, but, yo, I'm going to be turned. I'm going to be turned about that. Turned up. So we got 12 minutes. This is about to start. This is where all the chips get pushed to the center table. We're about to see who wants it the most. And another thing that I've also noticed is, which is very interesting at a circuit with limited DRS zones, usually, you know, it's limited. Paul in the super chat says, who is the top 3? Laugh out loud, smash the like button. He said, who's the master? S450 saying he's show enough, and let's see where that puts him. Let's see where that puts him, Chad. He might be in there. Oh, Paul takes over. Paul takes over the provisional pole position in the super chat competition. 1,450 points to Freak Dogs 1,350 to Racer X210 creeping in the top 3, kicking T.Guna out of the top 3. Woo, the competition's heating up right there. It's getting hot in here. It's getting hot in here. All right, man, let's go. 12 minutes. It's game time. They got to get out here. Damn, y'all turning up. Y'all turning up in here. Julius said, oh, no, brother. Oh, no. I got to let's get money, Hammy. Get it. Where does that put you, Julius? Where does that put Julius, though? Where does that put Julius in the competition? Yeah. Bro said, I'm here to win it. 1575, kicking Paul down to second and Freak Dogs down to third. Yikes. The third session hasn't even started yet and the competition is turned up. Oh, yeah, this gonna get real interesting. This gonna get real interesting right here. Even in our competition in the live chat, this is about to get interesting. All right, there we go, people. Let's go. Is it going to stay this way? Are we going to have 3 fellas from the UK in the top 3 at the Mexico City GP 083 giving the best gift that you can get on YouTube, a Wolfpack membership, and YRE Supreme? Where you been? Where you been, Supreme? Where you been? So YRE Supreme used to race with us in Grudge Racing as well. Getting a Wolfpack membership gift to you right there. Let's go. Let's get it. All right, here we go, chat. We popping. We popping tall. They getting out on track. It's time to ball. It's time to ball. Got our Williams and the McLaren looking like they were side by side right there. All right, these, the first laps, they just getting it warmed up. Top 10, we just decided packing order right now. Hadjar making it in, Antonelli making it in, Behrman making it in. Salute, shout out to the rookies. Freak Dogs Flair says, I wonder how Behrman would perform if he were, I think pretty damn good. I think pretty damn good. In my opinion, I think pretty good. I think Bortoletto, Behrman, any of the rookies, especially in lesser performing cars, I honestly think they would be performing better than Kimi Antonelli. And Kimi Antonelli, while very young, still has a lot of time to grow, still has a good upside. I think Kimi's result of being in this seat is total sought after of what I didn't get with Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton. It was a lover's bitterness. You feel me? It was Toto being bitter, trying to find a way to be happy again. And this is so exciting. And I could have a youngest driver in here and he could get in here and run it. That's really what it was to me, honestly. But, hey, he's still there. He's still there. And ain't nobody mad about that. I think he's got a good opportunity. I think he's a good kid. I think he's going to be a good driver. We'll see. Freak Dogs Flair says, let's go, Mercedes. Don't disappoint me, please. You might be surprised, bro. Russell could grab a pole position here, too. Don't count him out. Russell could grab a pole position. All right, here we go, chat. Let's bring it up big and in charge. Everybody on the softs. You soft. They on the softs right now. A lot of drivers going to be shifting and shuffling. None of this right here really is to matter. What's really going to matter is after the 5-minute mark. What's really going to matter is when these drivers go back into the pits, come back out with 2 minutes, 1 minute and 45 seconds, try to go out here and lay one of their fastest laps. That's when things starting to really get down to the big business. That's when we getting down to big business right there. Right now, y'all can just kind of chill. We're just going to watch them populate, shuffle in and out. But when they go into the pits this time and then come back out, oh, yeah, you got to have your 6-shooter on your side. Meet me high noon in the middle of the street getting gunned down. Freak Dogs Flair says, Toto to George, will someone please get this man a... Get this man a gun, please. All right, here we go, Chad. Let's get it. Verstappen popping to the top of the board, but we already know that's not going to stick. Once I told you that wasn't going to stick. There we go. Norris takes that out of there immediately. Immediately, Norris takes that out of there. 116, 3/10 up on Max. 2/10 or something not up on Max right there. Pia finally popping in the top 3. Let's go, Piastri. Let's go, bro. Get your weight up. Get your weight up. Because you've been out here looking real soft at this qualifying. Sainz in 4th. Okay, Pia trying to get out here like I really wanted. Let's go. Had y'all up to 5th. Rookie of the year for all of us here. Hamilton again. Hamilton again up into that 2nd spot. Where is Russell? Where is Russell? Where is Leclerc? Oh, Leclerc 115. Leclerc with a 115. Whoa. Holy moly. Yikes. What's up in Ferrari? Russell the 6th, Antonelli the 7th. Yo, it's still early. 115.9 is crazy. 115.9 is crazy, chat. That is wild work for sure. Goodness gracious. This is crazy work. All right, here we go. You see what we got right now, running it up. Look, yo, this is looking wild. This is looking wild crazy. No cap at all. Oh my goodness, this is looking wild crazy. They're going to pull in now. Hey, this is the time right here. This is the time, chat. This is the time right here. It's time to poll it. Who you got for poll? Who you got for poll? And legitimately, I have to put the Ferrari dudes in here. I got to put the Ferrari boys in here. I got to put the Ferrari boys in here. With all due respect, I got to put the Ham first. I'm going to go ahead and put Norris up in the mix. I'm going to go ahead and put Leclerc in the mix. You can't count Max out, but I'm thinking I might count him out. Oh, no. Hard to count Max out, man. Hard to count Max out right there. And for pole, I can count him out. Russell, I'm putting Russell down as a surprise. I'm putting Russell as a surprise. All right, who you got for pole? Let's see who's in our qualifying competitive live chat competition. Let's see where those positions are. Freak Dog Flair taking over first place again. 2,100 points. Julius in 2nd. Paul in 3rd. These are the big dogs competing today. Big dog popping. We got big dog stuff popping right here today, chat. Who's in first? That's what we're going for. Who is going to be in this first place situation? We getting ready to see. We getting ready to see. All right, let's bring the big board up. Time to go in. See what we got. 083 in the super chat saying, remember Mexico and Sochi are the two tracks that being in first place is not what you want. No, that is true. And there are a good chance that there's a lap one crash. That's also a good point. Good point right there for real, bro. At the first corner at the end of the straight, and we know Lewis Hamilton, if he's in that third or fourth spot, he can avoid a wreck. Imagine if oh my gosh, I don't want to speak it into existence because I don't want to see anybody's life in danger or health in danger. But imagine if Leclerc, Norris, Russell, Norris, Max Verstappen, Norris, or Leclerc go into the first one, have an incident. Lewis Hamilton dodges the incident, takes over the first place of the race, and leads the rest of the way, just waiting to see if Piastri or somebody can try to track him down. And Ferrari, for some imaginable reason, can lay down a good strategy because they already got good pit stops. And Lewis Hamilton grabs the race win in Mexico. Booyah! We are smacking. Gregory Williams in the super chat said if Ferrari gets 1 or 2, good God. I'm gonna up that. Good. I'm gonna say God. Good God. Yeah, you right about that. Freak Dog in the super chat says George saying the soft square now here for nowhere for him. Yeah, you know what? True. But the mediums have probably been a better tire this season. Would y'all agree? Mediums probably have been a better tire this season. Julius in the super chat said Lewis ringed the neck on that car. I'm telling you, all the way. Hey, just for some extra good fortune, I'm finna put this in the chat. I'm putting some Lewis Hamilton flags up, y'all. I'm putting some Lewis Hamilton flags up right now with Ferrari flags, with a Ferrari car in the chat. Just for good fortune. Let's go. Let's get it. We getting back out here. You see it. We got 2 minutes. This is game time right here. Told you, I think they're gonna come out with like a minute and 45 something. 2 minutes on that clock. This is where we going. Let's get it in. Pia is on his way out. Pia is on his way out. Now, I want to know if maybe getting out that early was the best thing to do, but he's on his way out, and we're about to see what it does here. We're about to see where it goes here. Let's get it. Big shout out to everybody putting the 44 in Lewis Hamilton Ferrari car. The Ferrari cars up there in the chat. Hamilton flags up there in the chat. Let's get it. Even got some Ferrari flags if you want to put those up. Let's go. Oh yeah, we about to get it in for sure right here. For sure right here. This is a good qualifying session. Less than 2 minutes left on that clock. Where are we going to end up? Who's going to be there? Could you please hit like in the live chat? Come on, hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. It's completely free. Tap the like button. Subscribe, share. Big shout out to Sylvia Wick Kelly in the live chat trying to tell y'all giving y'all some good advice. Freak Dog Flair says, I want to ask this last week, but what was the tire choice in Coda? It went C4, C3, C1. What was the skip? That I do not remember. All right, Chad, let's go. Let's go. I feel like throwing some honey buns up in here right now. All right, chat, big and screen, almost less than a minute left on the track time. This is all for the marbles. This is for all the chips in the bag, including the crumbs, all the shake in that eighth, if you know what I mean. All the shake in that eighth. You get me. All right, here we go. 50 seconds, less than a minute. We got them out here trying to push it up. Push it real good, not like salt and pepper. We got Leclerc, Norris, and Hamilton. Where are the Ferrari? This is as good as it's been in Q3 for Ferrari in a very long time. This is as good as it's been for Ferrari in Q3 for a very long time. I hope it doesn't strike 12 and the crystal chalice carrot turns into a damn pumpkin. Come on, man. This would be crazy. Pia up in the top 3. I'm with it. I'm with it. Freak Dogs Flip put some honey buns. Mary Beanie put some waffle and honey buns in the live chat. 16 seconds left on this clock. Where are these drivers going to be? Are we going to have Max Verstappen up to 2, but not pole position. We already know if Norris starts by Max Verstappen, Norris is going to lose that position or he's not going to get it. Where are these drivers going to be? This is it. Norris is coming in. Sainz in the top 5. Where's Norris' time going to be? Ferrari's got to put it together better than that. Oh, Hamilton's a little bit off right there. Norris might actually grab this back. It's a fight between Leclerc and Norris. Leclerc has to clean it up a bit more. Norris pops into pole position. Leclerc's going to need to pump in some nice segments here or it's not going to happen for him. I don't think he's going to improve over that. Hamilton up to 2, baby. Let's go. Where that puts Leclerc, I don't think Leclerc's going to improve much on that. He does just a tad right there in front of Hamilton. We got a Ferrari second row right there. 0 time on the clock. Antonelli up to 5th. Where will this land Russell? Russell's getting ready to pump in a time. Oh, Russell's coming up. Russell comes up to 4th place. I can take that. I can respect that, Russell. I can respect that. Pia is in 8th damn place, Chad. Pia is in 8th place. He is in position 8th right now. Yo, that's crazy. That's crazy, yo. That is wild. Pia, I don't even think he's going to improve, yo. That's ugly. Jefferson in the live chat says, see what Lewis Hamilton can do when he's at number 1 with the car. Yeah, for sure. Yo, that's ugly for Piastri. He basically got the position that he finished in last season, 2024. That sucks for him, bro. Damn, Piastri. Damn, he might. Ooh, this is not a good thing for Piastri. And I don't know how much he's actually going to improve in the race. Maybe a few positions. Max Verstappen's outside of the top 4-3. His winning streak might be over here in Mexico. His winning streak might be over. Yo, Lewis can get a pole. Man, this is going to be epic. Y'all better be here live. Y'all better be here live tomorrow. Live tomorrow. We might be looking at a Lewis Hamilton podium in a Ferrari tomorrow. Y'all better be here live. You better not be sleeping. You better be here at Wolfpack Performance Live, maybe even seconds before the race ends, to bring in a Lewis Hamilton podium. Miss Dino, I was just about to say, I know Miss Dino going to be fired up. I know she was going to be fired up. Let's go. Freak Dog Flair says Lewis Hamilton going to Kung Fu Master with the Ferrari, B1 with the car. There we go. Yeah. Let's get it. All right, Chad, Lando. Hey, I'm telling you right now, y'all do know this, right? Lando's not a good race starter. So we're possibly looking at Leclerc and Hamilton overtaking Lando in turn 1. But I would prefer let Leclerc and Norris work that out. Lewis Hamilton come through later on because it could be some fireworks right there. It looks like Big DG Blue says, looks like McLaren is going to have Lando as a, I know, right? Right? It looks funny, looks suspicious. We talked about this. All right, Chad, this is what we got. It's all we got. Game time. We will see tomorrow. That concludes the Mexico City qualifying session. We will be here live for the race tomorrow. Maybe all things Ferrari on the podium, at least 2 out of 3 of those spots. Just maybe we are looking at our first Lewis Hamilton Grand Prix podium, whereas we've already seen the sprint race and the quali. Oh, Racer X, I know you're going to be turned up too, bro. I know you're going to be turned up. It's going to be a party here, y'all. It's going to be a party here for a Lewis Hamilton podium, for a Ferrari 2-car podium. It's going to be a party here. It's going to be a party here regardless, so you might want to just show up because we're going to be talking our best, most incredible stuff. But right now, McLaren looks shady as shit. McLaren looks shady, and Lando Norris looks like a big-ass baby. That's exactly what it looks like. 083. He looks very comfortable because he probably already knows what the game plan is. Something doesn't smell right. I was just saying that, bro. It absolutely doesn't smell right at McLaren. Absolutely. Sir Lewis Hamilton third, okay, and then race pace. Let's go. I feel you, race pace. We can count on that. But yeah, things at McLaren look pretty shady, man. They look pretty shady, in my opinion. All right, and we got Freak Dogs Flair taking that 2,725 points. We got Julius taking that in second, and we got Paul in third. All right, so big shout out to you all. Freak Dog, make sure you get with me. Freak Dog Flair, make sure you hit me up in one of my social media pages, either my Instagram or hit me up on Twitter, but hit me up on one of those. Julius, make sure you hit me up, and Paul, make sure you hit me up for the top 3. I'm going to give y'all keychains courtesy of Galactus. Go ahead and make sure you send me your addresses. Paul, I think I got yours for your last one. Julius, make sure you send me yours again. Make sure you just tag it so I know it. And Freak Dogs Flair, hit me up with your address, phone number, and our email for your tracking. So, or your email at least for your tracking number so I can get you your Wolfpack keychain courtesy of Galactus. Big shout out to the fam. Big shout out to everybody pulling up. Big shout out to everybody competing in that live chat competition. Ultimately a good and fun time. Freak Dog says, I smell bullshit coming from McLaren. I do too. I smell it like the three dudes in House Party. What's that? What's that? Yeah, we smelling booty. Smelling booty cheeks over there at McLaren. They look kind of crazy. All right, I'll see y'all tomorrow for a party. I might see y'all live before the race. We will have Wolves Den before the race as well, so make sure you chime in and check in for that too, all right? Big shout out to everybody. We're about to get out of here. Peace and love. See y'all tomorrow. See you on the next one. We out.